Number 34. It's Tuesday. 2K. 23. My team. The community space. Open mic. It's been quite a season so far. We've had a little bit of time off. The holiday, of course. And then work got in the way. Had to take care of some work. And that's the thing. I take it serious because I have fun with it, but I got to remember it's fun to do. So thanks everybody. Please comment, like, and subscribe. We are recording this for YouTube, trying something new tonight. So first of all, I have some shout outs. Number one, you may never hear this, but my friend Raul, IRL friend. An amazing work friend. We used to just be coworkers, but when you work with somebody for 15 years, you become more than that. And Raul, you're the man. You know that. And then of course my wife, my rock. Got to shout her out. And the other shout out on the list here is Evan, Starlord Lego God on Twitter. I was lucky enough to chat with him in his space talking about some college football, and he even got Ramsey to show up. So that's always a good time. He knows way more about college football than I do. So another fun community event. And another shout out is everyone that supports others, and not just supports me, and not just supports other people in this chat, but if you support anybody, and whether that's online or IRL, good job on you, because I have a quote here. You need to believe in yourself, because, and the quote is, "It's hard to find a hater doing better than you." So the people that are usually talking trash, the people that are usually the one jealous of you, hating on you, and it's exactly that, because maybe they're not in as good a position as you. So it's hard to find a hater doing better than you. You believe that, Jimmy?
Yeah, I do, Tim.
Yeah.
I definitely do.
Yeah, and see, that's one thing I do. I shouldn't do when I'm prepping for spaces. I shouldn't just be scrolling Twitter. I should set it down. But once in a while, I get a gem, and that's the thing that stuck out today. Unbeatable Jacob, just right before, I don't know how long ago, maybe a half hour ago, he tweeted it, and I was like, yeah.
I've heard that before. I heard that from my friend Bob.
Okay.
Back in college.
And it seems like there's not a lot of new quotes out there. Because I thought there was a whole Jokic tweet that happened to be about Kawhi years ago. So you never know. But another thing, I have a little. I want to shout out the community. And even Jazz sent out a tweet earlier about all the 2K content creators busting their arse to provide thousands of hours of entertainment every year. Every year. And yourself included, Jimmy. We countless hours. Well, you could probably count them if you had to. It wouldn't be easy. But every day.
Yeah, every day.
Every
day, daily deposits, right? Every day you wake up and the rent is due, literally and figuratively. So it's just a matter of, okay, this is my first year doing this stuff full time. How am I going to make it a good one? Because this used to be the side hustle, right? This used to be the side gig.
Yep.
And I used to, want to be able to do this full time, and got into a position where I was able to do so. So but that again, it's like a two-way street, because that doesn't happen without the people like yourself and the people in the space who wake up and they're like, you're not entitled to have anybody watch you. You're not entitled to have anybody engage with your content, like your stream, like your video, subscribe to you, any of that stuff. Like, there's no sense of entitlement. So that's why I'm just grateful for everything, and I know you are too. And it was a great tweet you had today with the 4 out of 10. I've seen tweets like that before, where you're just like, you know what? It's not a 1 out of 10, but that's okay.
And you know what that is? That's because of my buddy Raul. Because I once in a while I show him something. He plays COD Mobile, and he's amazing at it. But that's all because he has to like hide in the bathroom once in a while from his wife and kids when it's his time to try to game. I'm not going to call him out. She won't listen to this either, I don't think.
Okay.
But he said, "Man, you guys always just tweet the best stuff." And I was like, "Well, yeah, right." And he's like, "Yeah, that's my sister-in-law who's always showing off her fancy jeans. No, that's it. There's nothing behind them. Oh, they're fancy. They're rhinestone. There's no work behind them." I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna start tweeting the losses then. How about that? All right."
Yeah.
And it's not a loss. And I was looking at the tweet and I was thinking, man, look at 91 people decided to watch this video. Whether how long they watched it, they clicked on it. And if I can figure out how that's an L, then man, content creation is not for me.
Yeah. No kidding. No kidding.
You know, that's but it goes back to supporting each other and community members, because I have a fun little story that happened, and another instance where I sold the bag. So all in one fun-filled story. And shout out Big Heck, of course, for reminding me what I should have done. But the last space, way long ago, was it 3 weeks ago, because we had the holiday break and then my work break, just getting life reset, getting things put back into place. And
For sure.
And so in the last one, my intro, again, I was surfing Twitter before the space, and I came across a quote from Power DF. And it was a great quote. Again, it might be his, it might not be. I don't even know anymore. But that's where I read it. So that's where he gets the credit now.
Okay.
And it says, "When my time in the community is done, I want to be remembered as someone who cared. Somebody who wanted to not only make it, but help others make it too. Someone whose whole career is about showing people that if we work together, we can do anything. To inspire people." And I was like, yeah, that's good. I know I was not familiar with this guy's game. And that was from Power DF at Power God Now. Okay. Apparently he's a somebody. That's for sure. And I don't know if you know this, but I'm a streamer. And I was streaming back on July 3rd. Playing, it was a long stream. You probably rated me that day. It was a long Sunday stream, I believe, or Monday. It seems like Sunday. Because I'll be streaming that long. Towards the end, maybe ended up being an 8-hour stream, and playing some co-op with Shibe and Aiden's Vibe on Current, and got a notification on the side of the screen that said Power Got Now followed you, and I was like, what? And I said, I know that name. Wait a second, I know that name just because of that quote just recently. But my chat really knew who that was, and so they started a little rumbling, and then so I see he types in the chat, "Yo, you trying to play me in my team?" And I was like, "No, not at all. If I know your name, I'm not good. All right." And so I said, "You trying to play co-op?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Sure." And I was in the I'm goofing around with Next Gen. So trying that, and I had it lined up with Fade to Michael, another community member, and then so I said, "You trying to play co-op?" He said, "Sure," and we ended up playing for at least an hour, and dude carried, dude cooked, dude played with Manu. It was great, and the best part of it, all that was I got to tell my youngest son, who's kind of the leader into all the, hey, watch this streamer, hey, check this out, 2K17 stuff. And so when I got to talk to him this last week and said, hey, I have a new friend on Xbox and this and this and this, and you could see the glow on his face. Like the story I was telling him didn't even make sense. And that was, the co-op was fun. We ended up winning it probably every game. I don't know. But that reaction right there, that shows that the community, it has its ebbs and flows. It comes and goes, but there's people that just keep sticking it out, that, stick around and keep supporting people. And I don't know the whole story there. I know there's like all different kinds of clans that played Park and all this other stuff that you know, that OGs and that I still need to learn about the legends of 2K. But it's just the more people you meet in this community, the cooler the stories are.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's awesome that you had that chance.
Yeah.
To stream, do all that good stuff. So keep cooking.
Oh yeah, it's teamwork. It's teamwork, and it's just it's another a big W and a stack of W's this 2K23 game cycle. Another W was your recent video, Jimmy, about content creation.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, I just had the need. I should have said that a long time ago, but I think as we're all preparing for 24, like it's something like, again, this is what I was saying. You got one person watching you in the stream. That's a huge W. 30 people's a classroom, you know?
Huge people. Any motivator behind that tweet? Why now, or just something that you, now that you're an elder statesman of the community, that you need to spread? And you just turned what, 58 recently? Happy birthday!
Yeah. Happy birthday to Rod Guy as well.
Happy birthday to Rod Guy today. Yes.
And Phoenix Reed. Shout out to him.
All right. Yeah. There's a lot of birthdays. The more people you meet, the more birthdays there are. That makes sense. I know very little birthdays, so I'm glad people remind me that it's their birthday, or I'd forget.
But no, I mean, I just think that right now we're in kind of an interesting period where we're being kind of drip fed some information. We know about crossplay. We know about the tweet that came out today. But we know we're going to get more concrete news in August. So it just is from a content creation standpoint, it's just like, what are you doing now to get ahead of the game come August and especially come September? Because we got a couple of days left in July, really.
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks. So that's not a long time. So I was thinking about next year, which is a month and a half, and I was saying, look, like, here's my mindset going into it, and here's, what I want to share with you guys. And I like I said, I should have shared it a long time ago, but better late than never, I guess. And I figured it was a good time to do it. Definitely, I encourage everybody to take some time off in August, if possible, so you guys can hit September hard. And that same goes for you.
No days off, right? Except the last 2 weeks. That's a lie. I take days off all the time. I might take more days off. You never know. But that's a great. You bring up a great point. Pacing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It really is. Like right now, we're in the leg of the marathon right now. It's not like we're sprinting to the finish line and doing all this different stuff. You got to pace yourself, and you got to slow it down a little bit in August so you can gear up for early September.
Did you prepare at all last year? Let's say this point last season at 2K22. I don't remember. I wasn't playing, so I don't know if end games were this. I don't know what the situation was. I know we're in a situation now about end games, and that's a whole different thing. But last year at this time, was the game jamming? Were you prepping for 2K23, or how did that look?
I was more anxious for 23 than I am for 24, from the sense that, I don't know, season 8 wasn't giving me the best vibes, and I didn't really care for that season, to be honest. And I was playing so much MLB to just enjoy, summer baseball. They've always gone hand in hand for me, and I'm playing MLB now still.
Nice.
But
yeah, I've seen some tweets. Yes, that's good.
Yeah, this season 8 is definitely better than my season 8. Not like that's saying a ton, but at the same time, it's like, there's more reason for me to want to play in the stream. So, but I was preparing for 23. I mean, I've got a notes app, Tim. I've got stuff ready to go. I was working on that yesterday. I think that's what inspired me to make my video.
I like it. And then not pigeonholing yourself into being I'm a this creator, I'm a that creator, or
exactly.
I'm a this streamer. Be a variety of everything, right?
For sure. I mean, I've said it before. The best thing I ever did was diversify my content. And obviously MLB being the secondary game, you've got WWE in that mix as well. Last summer at this time, what I was doing, I was playing Multiverses, I was playing Power Wash Simulator, you name it. I mean, we were like mixing it up this time last year, more so than now. But yeah, I mean, I was very, very, very anxious for 23, and I feel like in August I'm going to get that same way again. I mean, going to 21, I was playing freaking Descenders, which is a mountain biking game. I was just had ants in my pants getting ready for it, and I wasn't even streaming back then. I was just on Reddit, so. Yeah.
So knowing what we've heard, because I've heard all different kinds of information about 2K24. So we know crossplay.
Yes.
For next gen only.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's a W, L, or N in your mind?
I mean, it's much awaited for sure for my team, but especially for folks who play Park. And I think there's gonna be hopefully friendly, maybe not so friendly console wars between the PS5 and Xbox sides. I'll for sure participate for my PS5 account, whether that be my team or whether that be through the Park or my crew or whatever it may be.
Wow. So wait, you're already picking a side in the console war.
I mean, I don't have a choice because I only have an Xbox One. So PS5 is my next gen console. So, listen, I'll come out there and say it. I feel like on the whole, I feel like the PlayStation players have a little bit of an edge. We'll see what the Xbox players have to say about that as the year goes on.
Wow. Hot takes. Look at this. Shots fired in season 8 and 23, and we're already drunk.
Is crazy. But I just feel like I play more skilled people on my PlayStation rather than my Xbox. But who knows? I mean, maybe 24 is the year of the Xbox. I don't know.
Do you see yourself playing more co-op because of crossplay?
Yeah, I think it definitely helps. I think it's going to help a lot of us. We're not going to really have to worry about you can't play with me. I'm on PS5. I don't have an Xbox, so that's going to solve a lot of problems. But for a lot of people,
being able to jump in the chat, because that's one thing. There was another amazing space last week. I don't remember the guy. Somebody in the chat probably knows the guy's name right off. But it was like a 6-hour space, and one of those things where you could hop in and listen to stuff. I know it was a lot about adrenaline. There's adrenaline boosts and stuff. But one.
Yeah, you do anything on Twitter about that these last couple of days?
Yeah, that's getting the masses rumbling. That's for sure. But one thing that it came up in there, and I even was so bold to request to speak after I heard this because I wanted to emphasize on it. But there was a ton of people there. But somebody said that somebody right now trying to play my team who has no friends is having no fun. Which kind of hit home as far as if you are just playing my team, you're not on Twitter, you're not in streams, you're not like that. Maybe you could be having more fun by making it more social in my aspect. So I guess I'll let you react to that statement. Someone who's just has no friends possibly is having no fun on my team.
I mean, look, it's just tough to gauge because we are such a small portion of the universe.
Yep.
The player-based people that play 2K, people that play my team. It's very easy to get caught up in the Twitter universe of it all, and everybody's got the best lineups and all this different stuff. But I've said it 1,000 times, like, we are such a small fraction of it.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I encourage folks to not. This is tough, but don't worry about FOMO because we are amoebas in the grand scheme of the player base, and I don't mean that like a negative way or anything, but at the same time, it's just like we're so like where we see the same stuff and we're stuck in this bubble every day. And I'm sure there's people out there who are playing the game, who are playing 2K, who are having a grand old time, not worried about Twitter or watching the stream or anything like that. Yeah. And that's just not 2K, that's any game, right? That could be MLB, that could be people really enjoy Madden, whatever. Call of Duty, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You got the servers back up, so it's just like, I don't know if I agree with that because people, you could play this game offline. I mean, Blazing Riggs has 1,000 triple threat offline wins. Like,
that's awesome.
I'm not sitting up here and saying he has no friends, but I mean, he's doing his thing, he's cooking.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
But it's one of those things that if you dedicate to a game mode, a particular game mode, and don't diversify, you can get some crazy numbers in this game. You know,
sure.
and that's the thing, and because what the one thing I was going to jump in and say on that is that yeah, maybe, but we as content creators have a unique opportunity to help people that aren't having fun, because we can talk about the people that are never going to see us, never going to hear about us, and talk about how they're not having fun, and we can't change it. But if somebody stumbles across our stream, somebody stumbles across one of our tweets for the first time, and says, hey, want to run co-op? And you can just say, yeah. You don't have to ask what console anymore. And now you have to ask what gen, of course, but it's one less question, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then that kid who wasn't having fun, because I've just noticed in the community lately, and just in this, I haven't been able to be in streams as much, but there's a few younger kids that are just jumping around playing co-op with everybody.
Sure.
And I think it's awesome. And I know that they feel more connected to the community by being able to do that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's going to go way up next year.
Yeah. And seeing now, I look at that. I was able to write up 5 papers in less than an hour from getting off work to starting the space. So I'm pretty proud of myself there. That's my win for the day.
I hope, Tim, I hope you're preparing for 24 for your sake, because, I mean, I'm saying this for you and everybody. You know, you are telling people how to make MT, right? So that's what everybody's going to be wondering at the beginning of the game, where, you know, stuff is scarce. Obviously, this year there are no contracts.
Oh.
But at the same time, it's just like, you're going to have a lot of people discover your content, man. So get ready.
Yeah, the expectations are high. That's what that is. And that's why I sent out the tweet about I just sold a whole bunch of gold quick first step for 1,000, and I lost on all of them. Lost it all on all of them. Because once in a while, hey, you make a bad choice, especially when it comes to MT. You know?
Yeah, definitely happens. But I think you've helped a lot of people out.
I hope so, and that's what the whole point is, because they, you know, I had people help me out. I had people show me how to make MT in 2K21. And, you know, because I was doing my own thing on this, and then I'd see other things, and I was like, oh, well, I'm going to try this, and I'm going to try that. And they didn't hide their methods. They didn't hide what they were doing because it was going so well. No, they told everybody about it. And I was like, well, you know, if they wouldn't have told me about it, I wouldn't have done it. So if I find out something, and sometimes I have to clear it with Big Heck first. I say, I'm not going to tweet this, you know, or maybe wait and see what he does because he's onto something. I don't want to, because that's the dude I'd follow. If I was getting into 2K24 and I wanted to make MT, I'd follow Big Heck and I'd follow Hollow J. If he's still playing, never mind. We'll put a pin in the Hollow J MT. Who would you follow if you were looking to make MT? Who would you follow?
Oh, for sure, you and Heck.
All right. Okay, that's easy. I like that.
That's a slam dunk there.
A reminder, there's some people not to follow. There's some people that are offering to give you MT for actual currency. Don't do that. Just saying. Just saying.
I mean, if we're putting a pin in Hollow J, then, which, I mean, I don't mean that in a mean way or anything, but, I mean, Heck, you and Heck are helping a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch.
It's what we're here for, right? It's what we're here for, and to ask people how they're doing. That's what we're also here to do. Jimmy, how are you doing?
I'm great, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to stream tomorrow, and just another day of keeping the streak alive for however long I can. I don't know what it's at, 312, something like that. So I love doing it, and I can't wait to get up and do it. It's just crazy. Like, I'm making a couple of videos on TikTok, YouTube today, and just, again, preparing for 24. Trying to prepare now in this period and hopefully get a little bit ahead of the game, and I encourage everybody else to do the same.
What about a recent W for you, a recent win? I know you had a big birthday. I know that's a easy W. Anything else going on that you like to brag about?
Oh, man. I mean, I got the best chat. So I'm always going to brag on them. You know,
I like that.
like it's people like you got people up there in the West Coast 3 hours behind me watching. You got people in Australia. Yeah, God knows what time it is for them.
I always have to keep looking. Whenever I wonder about England or Australia, I always have to look. I always have to Google it. Say what time is it in this place? Because for some reason time zones just don't stick with me, except East Coast.
And then like, so I like what we were saying. I was talking. I always waffle about 30 being in the classroom, but then like Butler's a small school, right? So where it was like more smaller type of lecture halls. So it was like 50, 60 people. So I just put that in perspective too, as far as street, where I used to, have events and like lecture halls and stuff that were 60 people, and that really puts things into perspective as well.
Oh yeah, it's hard to numbers watch, but it's easy to be blown away by numbers. It's and another number is 40, level 40, Embiid.
Yeah.
You get him? Twice. That's twice.
Yep.
You been outside lately?
I need to go outside for sure. I definitely need to go outside and touch grass. I want to give a huge shout out to the dude who said, I know this dude doesn't leave his room. That was funny, man. Like, listen, if you're going to troll me, make it good, man. Make me laugh. Tell me something I haven't heard before.
Well, at this point, you've heard it all, right?
Well,
we still got to come up with some things for the Jimmy roast when you hit partner on Twitch. So that's where it's still.
We could lock back in, and September could be the month. So we'll see how it goes. But okay, I maybe I shouldn't have said Butler is a small school because I'm not a small content creator, and neither are you. I don't know if it's a medium-sized school, but it's barely bigger than my high school. So
yeah, way to pigeonhole your own college. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a college. There you go.
I mean, look, people are going to IU, people are going to Purdue, and then you got old plucky little Butler making the Final Four.
And one thing I wanted to throw out here, just to ask people that do want to speak, to throw a little bit more, because I know I talk a lot, to throw a little bit more of their own personality in here. Who's your favorite basketball team?
I mean, the Butler basketball team, but I grew up a Bulls fan. Now, Tim, I'm just an NBA junkie. Like
Why?
I'll watch any NBA. I've always preferred the NBA to college. And growing up, I just felt like everybody liked college more, which I understand.
Why are you a Bulls fan, though? Or were you a Bulls fan? Why'd you pick the Bulls?
Well, number one, proximity. Number two, a family. And three, I grew up going to some games as a kid, and then right as I started to really understand it more and be more conscious of it is when Derrick Rose took over. So that was really fun.
So who's your current favorite player?
Oh, man.
This is tough. Yeah, this is tough.
It's always going to be him because he's just my favorite athlete. I have 15 pairs of shoes. One of them is game worn and autographed.
Do you have a favorite player currently, though?
He's still playing, Tim.
Who? Oh, no, is he? Wait, I thought he retired. There's no way. There's no way Derrick Rose is still playing. There's no. What year is this?
Let me. So here's a look into my crystal ball. You ready?
All right.
So, obviously the Grizzlies got Marcus Smart in the trade with Porzingis, but they signed Derrick Rose, and Ja is out for 25 games. He's going to serve a suspension.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Let's hope for a D Rose resurgence. I feel it coming.
I like that. Okay. All right, now back a little bit to 2K.
Okay.
What was your best and worst thing of 2K23? And I know it's not over yet, but with all the end game talk and everything, it's almost like a funeral. But we'll have a long 6-week funeral, I guess. If something comes to your mind, best thing about 2K23 and worst thing.
funniest thing that comes to my mind for the worst was when I got Eric Spoelstra, the coach for 70K, on stream, and I thought it was a snipe. I can like, and there were some of them that were going for way less than that, man. I got all excited on stream. You know how I get. Oh my gosh, it's a snipe.
Oh, there's pressure. Oh yeah, the first person that says that's not a snipe in your chat. Yeah, that talk about the adrenaline or the air leaving the room. You know, you're like, wait a second. What do you mean that's not a snipe? Yeah.
That was one of the funniest moments. There's too many funny moments.
All right, how about best thing? If you could think of one thing, and there's probably a whole bunch of best things, but the first one that comes to your mind, 2K23.
Here I got Ramsey in here. So when we were talking about Skip and Shannon, and I imitated Skip. That's one thing that comes to mind. I mean, it's on the Mount Rushmore, right? To parade inside my city, yeah.
Can you agree with that, Ramsey? Did that happen? I wasn't there.
Yeah, I can agree. That happened.
So that's okay. Got the receipts.
I think it was the best. And you weren't even there for it, but on your birthday, I showed you mad love. I had to.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I was a little under the weather. We'll say. I don't know if it was allergies or something. Food.
I had this whole thing prepared to talk about. It was fun.
Oh, good. Oh, sorry, I missed that. So your overall thoughts on 2K24? Are you in?
I'm in. I've pre-ordered on my Xbox.
All right.
I am in, and I'm getting League Pass again for another year. And guys, I just want to say, if you're wondering what edition to pre-order, it's just a matter of what do you want League Pass or not? And if the answer is yes, then get that edition. If you don't, then the $100 version looks pretty solid for the price. You're getting a deal on League Pass at the moment, so you just ask yourself that question, and that should guide you to what you do.
Because it seems like a lot of people might sign up for League Pass and then not end up using it like they thought they were going to.
Sure.
Did you use it a bunch?
All the time. Pretty much every night.
Okay. So yeah, definitely something to think about. Don't sign up for a moonroof on your car if you're never going to use it, you know?
For sure.
That's the thing.
Sure. It's a personal decision, right? It's, do I really want this? Am I really a basketball junkie? Am I going to watch the Rockets and Spurs on a random Thursday night? That might not be true for everybody. For me, yes, I am. I'm playing, in fantasy league. I got some rare stuff going on. Obviously, want to talk about games for the stream. So
you need it. You need League Pass pretty much to keep up.
I want it. I need it, and I love having it. So it was great to have it this year for sure.
Yeah, and it's been great hanging out with you, Jimmy, this year. You're welcome to stay as long as you like or as long as you have time for.
Okay.
But in the I guess I'm reusing a shout out, co-op shout out. I don't know how to shout other people out, but I want you to shout out two people and yourself. That's what it is. Two people, co-op shout out. It doesn't have to be crossplay, doesn't have to be cross-gen. But I know a lot of people, or there are a lot of places that you don't, people don't shout themselves out enough. I'd like this space to be somewhere where people are comfortable saying, hey, I stream here, I do this, these are my friends, let's play 2K. So.
Well, I waffle every day on stream, but we all know that. But no, two shout-outs to other people, which I'd much rather do. I've been playing co-op with Chris Ruiz. If you guys know him, he's a hardcore player, man. That guy is locked in. And July Glow, we've played. Also, Puff Puff Pluff, shout out to him. I played co-op with a lot of people this year, man. But it's been good to play with those guys, and also just playing with more people as the year comes to a close. But no, I mean it's been a lot of fun to play co-op and on both consoles with folks.
So you've been playing co-op with a lot of people. Have you played co-op with Ramsey?
No, and he's upset at me for that.
Ramsey, perfect timing. How you feel about that? Jimmy just said I play co-op with tons of people. not the top co-op sweat on Xbox side.
Listen, he knows how I feel about it. I won't go into that.
Listen,
I won't go into that.
Hey, he's got my number. He can text me. He can call me. Whatever he wants to play. Just give me a holler, bro. I'm a text or call away.
One call away. I think that's a song too.
Hit it. One call away. Okay, I'll stop.
How you doing today, Ramsey?
I'm doing good, Tim. I'm doing good.
You getting some wins?
First of all, hold on. First of all, I want to make a very bold statement because I couldn't help but hear the bull jive that was coming out of DFS's mouth. What is this about? We PS. We got some heavy hitters on the box, baby.
Oh
yeah. We got some heavy hitters, and trust me, that 3v3, we run it. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all bring y'all best hitters out, because we ready. Yeah, Fed, Ishmael, Jim, we ready. Yeah, just let you know, all 24.
Listen, all I said was that the competition I played on PS5 is better than I played on Xbox.
All I'm saying is I got some heavy hitters with me, okay? And don't let me call them up.
See,
I don't doubt that. I just made a general statement. It wasn't a this and Xbox.
Okay. I'm just, clarification.
See, at least this is good fodder for the next 6 weeks, right? Because we can't do anything about it until then. We can't actually see who plays. So we might as well start the trash talk now, right?
Yeah.
I'm not even on the side.
Tim asked you.
Hey, we'll check the tape.
Which side are you picking? And you said PS5 because that's what you on. So listen, you've chosen your side, you've sealed your fate, and be ready. Because when we send the hitters, you know what 2 box they hit them up. Listen, that's all I'm saying. I got the hitters. They are. Listen, we know what we do. We know. We hold it down over here.
I don't have an Xbox X. I only have.
Listen, he's out of our hands because we got what we got, and we ready.
The ball's already rolling. That's right.
That's fine. Okay, anything to get hyped for 24. I mean, shit. Let's go.
That's right.
Yeah. We gonna rumble. We gonna rumble.
How else?
Oh yeah.
Besides defending Xbox's honor, Ramsey, how's your day been?
It's been good.
Yeah.
Got to take my mom out to lunch because she had a long trial last week, so that was nice. And just chilled. It was nice weather today, finally, because North Carolina can get so bipolar with it.
Oh yeah. Oh, how about a recent win?
A recent W.
Getting the hitters, right? Getting those hitters.
No, whatever. Listen, they already ready, so I don't even have to worry about that. We stay ready. I think a recent W was I got to spend a lot of birthdays with different people in the community, like DFS and Rye Guy and Coach, and we got August coming up. We got birthdays there. We got a couple like Jacob and stuff. So it's just been nice being around the community. I think that's been a dub. Seeing the last couple weeks.
That's a huge dub.
Yeah.
July. There's a lot of July birthdays. It seems like. So you still playing? You still playing 23?
Yeah, I'm still in here, man. I finished co-op and stuff, and I'm still in here, man.
Nice. You sound.
I'm holding on, man. It's
you get him.
Looking slow, but
you get Embiid?
No, I didn't get Embiid.
I
really wish I was like, one of those people to like care about level 40, because I swear I would care, like, but I just be like, Embiid, I already don't like you, like when Jimmy Butler gotta tell you who's your father, like I don't like you already. I just so no, I may get him, but I just it's looking slow.
You'll get him, pal.
You can almost accidentally get him, right, Jimmy?
Oh yeah, especially this season.
I probably will. I just if it's me trying, no.
But much love, everybody.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Jimmy, for sure.
Yes, sir.
And then real quick, what up, Pimp Juice to the Real Be Rich? I just saw that on Twitter. I accidentally closed my screen. I let you know, Ramsey, I'm trying to record this at the same time, so all these clicks you hear in the background, it's me trying to bring back up my screen. Okay, but I'm not sweating too bad. We're back up. There's something on the screen for when it goes to YouTube. We're good again. Once in a while I click close screen and it's not the thing I should have clicked. So no Embiid. All right. So a little bit outside of what else you playing? What else you playing if you're not playing 2K? What's the move?
Fortnite. I've been back into Madden because, come August, Rye Guy has to get beat up on a couple thousand times, and, Federal might want to come out the woodworks and get whooped with the Vikings, and, so until 2K, we'll have the, things to keep us, occupied.
I like that. And the other 2K is right around the corner anyway. And speaking of basketball, what's your favorite basketball team?
College or
pro?
Pro. The Miami Heat.
Miami Heat. Why?
Because of Dwayne Wade.
Oh, okay.
Dwayne Wade has always been my favorite player. The third best shooting guard of all time. Don't at me at it.
Now, just to make sure, Dwayne, he does not currently play, correct?
No, he doesn't currently play.
Okay.
My favorite current player has always, since he's been in the organization, been Bam. But if he don't get his act together, man, he better get it together because he gotta start doing more to help Jimmy out. We still trying to figure out this situation of all things. If we're getting Dame, if we're not getting Dame, they better figure it out. And for real though, they need to go get a big because I don't know what they think they're doing, but.
Is there any news going on in NBA? Any trade rumors going on that I probably don't know about? If it's happened, I probably don't know about it. That's one thing I've realized. Is that final yet?
He requested a trade, and the Miami Heat sent over a joke of an offer the first time, and then they re-proposed the offer, and they're still talking about it, so we'll see.
Okay.
This trade needs to hurry up and either go through or not. It's getting on my nerves.
I bet. Anything, especially if it's a Heat thing. Yeah, you're probably chomping at the bit.
Yeah, well, listen, that organization, they better get it together. We got to figure it out.
And then a little bit back to 2K. That seems like they're starting to get things figured out as we move to 24. But best and worst thing of 2K23.
The best thing was probably co-op because I got to meet a whole lot of new different people who turned out to be really good people. I think that co-op was the only thing that kept people together at certain times in the community, especially when there was I'm going to pick this side, I'm going to pick that side. Co-op kind of, based off of the rewards, kept people at ease to play with each other and be like, well, even if I'm mad at you right now, we both want this card, let's play, So I give that. The worst thing, I still say the error codes, man, because literally to start season, what are we in, season 8 now?
Season 8.
To start season 8, when I'm running with Fed, and I think it was Fed and Shoemake or something, we literally played 4 straight games, and they weren't quick quits right away. But when we loaded out of the game 4 straight times consecutive, it was the error code. I'm like, dude, this is taking forever. I still think those suck. I'm sorry. They just I know there's a lot of other things with the game mechanics, but It starts with that for me, because I'm getting an error code in offline. Like, can we grow up? Hey, it's offline. Hey, yeah, like, what are we doing? Offline, I'm getting an error code, like 2K.
Yeah, and the swap from co-op to a challenge game, that's a consistent error code.
Crazy,
it's a consistent
right?
error
Like, I
code.
have to close the app. Yeah, always remember that until they fix it, I guess, in 24.
I always remember it at the end of the next game I played. So
right,
what is it?
You gotta close app. You gotta close app right after co-op, and then load back into your challenge, because it's gonna error code you.
Yep, it'll
It's
be
crazy.
the VC error code, boot you out and get you nothing. A whole game. So hopefully it's not a very long challenge game you played, or any offline game. It won't give it to you. Yeah. All right. So are you getting the buzz for the are you on the 2K24 train yet?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for 24. I think they're gonna listen. This is my hope. Okay, so I'm a positive guy. I try to stay positive. Support a lot of people. That's just my vibe, right? That's just that's just me, right?
Mm.
I think that for 24, they're gonna actually take their time, or let me say this, put a little bit more effort into the stuff that they release throughout the year, just because it means a little more for Kobe. I don't think they want to mess up a year like 24, especially for what it means, and with Kobe on the cover and him, not being with us anymore. I think that they're gonna at least try to, throughout the year. Well, hopefully, I have at least hope that the different content, and at least to start the year they're consistent with the stuff that they're trying to release, and they show a clear running of how things usually go with releases and stuff. I hope that, because it's it is a special 2K. It's not like it's just it's 2K24 to 24 2K. It's 2K24, but it's the Mamba edition, and it's it means especially more. So.
Oh yeah.
I think they'll do all right with that, hopefully.
I like it. My hopes are high as well. Does this adrenaline thing, does this affect us as my team players, or is it mostly because I know it's got park people in an uproar? Is adrenaline mostly when we play this co-op, or I don't know enough about it?
I don't know enough about it to speak on it either, so I'm not the guy to ask.
How about crossplay? Crossplay co-op, you're the guy to ask. Are you pumped for that?
Oh, I'm definitely pumped for crossplay co-op, man. I didn't heard a lot of chatter, and I'm ready to end it. I'm ready to end that shit. I'm listening. I promise you. Oh yeah, listen.
Give me two names, two shout outs that you want to play with. Now we're building bridges. Two names you want to play with on PlayStation.
Oh, that I thought already. Okay, on PlayStation, I have to run with. I gotta run with my guy Jeff Bezos, and I gotta run with my guy Hollow J. I gotta run with them. Yeah, I definitely gotta run with them. I gotta bring Hollow J into the streets of co-op, and show them how we get down, and we're gonna have a good time, going on the 21-0 streak.
I like that. You agree with that, Jay? Think you can carry him to some wins?
We'll be carrying each other, but Ramsey's got some strong upper body. I know he can carry me around.
Yeah. Broad shoulders, Ramsey. Yeah, you've been carrying me in co-op for a while. You got me Rick Smits.
Yeah, that is true.
That was a whole nother story. Me on the phone with you complaining that you're selling, and look at that. Look what we did, huh? Smits.
Yeah.
What about you? How about a self shout out for you? Anything else going on important that I need to know about? Because you're more than welcome to stay as long as you'd like, of course, Ramsey.
Nothing. Just look for me more in 24. I'll say that.
Where at?
Got some stuff cooking
Start
on
on
some
Twitter.
some different platforms maybe.
All right, all right. Well, before you go, Seamus says that that Portland isn't taking the low ball offer. That's why. That's why he's going to be a Blazer
Yeah,
still.
well, listen. At this point, they're gonna take it because they don't have nobody else that's gonna take Dame. So then you better just give me Dame and keep it pushing. Let's go.
And then since I'm recording this and I have my Twitter page up on my OBS, that I have the comments up on, so it's going to be on the YouTube video. These comments. Look at this. So yeah, this is just, and Cabrillo, he's asking about when the Cabrillo appreciation segment is. And Seamus also did the Jim Carrey puking face after that. And yeah, what up, Pimp Juice? What up, Evan? How you doing? Great to have you. Great space the other night. And Rye Guy, happy birthday. Won't be able to talk. Thanks for being here. And then Andy, MyTeam Space. And then my favorite comment is by the NWA UFC WW meme. They are talking about random NBA opinions, not even 2K. So, which we were guilty. So, but yeah, if anybody wants to participate, I think I'm going to do this every week. Where if you're in here in the Twitter space, I can pull up like live comments on there. So yeah, and that's just kind of a news and notes for the space. Jay, how are you doing?
I am doing great. How are you doing, Tim?
I'm doing good. I know that this year, the collection, the Holo collection, all of it, it's been a lot. Looking back.
It's been a lot because they added, this year I tried to take on the base sets too. And I'm going to fast forward and jump, in terms of the shout out. I want to shout out Gooseflesh. He's been as much of a Holo collector as I have been. He's been here with me 2 years. Similar shout out to Ishmab, who was in here earlier. I ain't the only one out there. I think I'm the only one tweeting about it. There's a couple of folks that are out there doing a lot of great work. And last year, I think he out-collected me in terms of the base sets. So this year, we wanted to collect together. And what I appreciate about the journey, not just with Gooseflesh, but everyone in the Holo community, is just we just want to collect, have fun. And we're not here to outflex each other. We just want to enjoy having these cards and having it be a part of our collection. So, little jump forward to that question and one of my shout outs.
Great shout out. And that's the thing about this and any other video game. If you can find something that gets you excited, even if it's part of a mode, why not? Why not get excited about that and then show other people about it? And before you know it, you're Holo J with a 2K logo. Huh?
It's amazing. Couldn't have dreamed it.
Yeah.
Couldn't have dreamed it if you asked me a year ago.
Yeah, and that's awesome. That's been a great 2K23 story for me. But what about a recent W for you?
Recent W for me, I would say just having a little bit more, not too recent, but my daughter promoted from 5th grade, so she's moving on to middle school right now, and we see our children and we see them still as babies and little kids walking around, and she's a young lady now, and a little bit scared. I have a couple shotguns available for me, but I feel like she can hold her own when she gets out there. But just amazing to watch kids grow up and become their own unique people. Oh. And I always tell my kids, I'm not going to be there all the time, but my job is to give you as many tools as I can so you all know what to do when I'm not there. So
that's huge. And and that happens so fast too. Before you know it, the ones that got you into 2K, like in my experience, then they're gone. And so take advantage of those little moments, and I know you are, because it's before you know it, you're looking for new teammates. They're going to be your teammates for about 16, 17 years, Jay, and then you're on the hunt again.
Yeah, and it's halfway through because she's 10, 11 now. So half of that trip and journey is already, it's the back nine, using a golf term of before they become adults.
Oh yeah, yep. They crave your time, then you got to crave theirs back. But another thing we're powering towards Embiid. Did you get Embiid?
Yes, I did, and shout out to Stogie O'Shea. I know DFS shouted him out a couple of spaces ago, and I've seen him in so many people's Twitch streams and active on Twitter. I'm so glad that he grinds XP the way he does. It was almost a relief. I'm like, oh man, I don't have to grind 300, 400, 500k XP because someone's doing 600, 700. I'm like, dang, what is going on? But it's nice to have such great committed people in the community, and we all have our own lanes that we can carve. But I did get Embiid. Really like that he's a free card, accessible to people who want to grind for him, and XP's been so easy throughout this year and much of 22. I think it'll be interesting to see what 2K does with XP next year.
Oh yeah, they got to do something with seasons, right? That's pretty much that's how they make their money. That's how they renew the game, like the Fortnite style, right?
Yeah, my hot take is 6 weeks is too long for a season.
Okay.
I think 3 might be a good one because it creates that sense of urgency that you have to do something in a short term period. But 6 is, I think, too long, and I'm guessing, from the few park players that I connect with, that might be too long of a season for them too. And if you shorten it, you could always just change it from 40 to a different number. You could always pace it differently, but 6, I think, is a little bit too long.
Oh yeah, yeah. It does seem like, especially with some people getting the level 40 in 2 weeks, and then complaining about there's nothing to do. Yeah. And then a side note from 2K, what's your favorite basketball team?
Grew up a Laker fan. I would say I'm probably one of the few unbiased Laker fans in the world. And shout out to the interview, Tim, that I had the honor of sharing with you, that kind of hour and a half. And I know you're doing a lot of your premieres on YouTube, which is great because everyone could listen to those interviews again. And so grew up a Laker fan. Had the chance to cover the Lakers and be in sports journalism a little bit, and I think that made me realize, as fans, we can be fanatics, but I learned how to be objective. But Kobe's always been my goat. Watched him get drafted growing up, and his passing still hits me every day. 8:24 in the morning, 8:24 in the evening. Can never let that go.
Oh yeah, because they become larger than life. They become the real life superheroes. Yeah. And yeah. How about now? How about currently? Do you have a current favorite player?
Favorite player? I'd say Giannis is probably my favorite player. I like players that have certain elements of their game that, like with Shaq and free throws, right? Giannis and free throws. And I want to see how those mega superstars kind of expand their game, and do they choose to tackle it, or do they choose to just embrace it and just say, that's a weakness that they have. But I like flaws because we're all human, and as great of a player, former MVP champion as Giannis is, I'm really interested to see what he does after the outcome of last season. So yeah, really like watching him play.
Yep, and we're all interested to see what 2K does for 24. But looking back, what about 23? If you had to think of a best thing and a worst thing for 2K23.
I would easily say the best and the worst is our community coming together, us all supporting each other, and equally the worst was what also happened in the community with the bans and the targeting. It's hard to feel love for a game we love so much, but then also feel honestly sometimes pissed off with how certain of our friends in the community have been treated. I'm still kind of mad about that, and it's hard to take the positive and the negative, but I'd say outside of content, really it's just this community is it, and I love y'all. Whether I'm playing the game or not, I still appreciate the friendships that we all made here, and I just really hope there's no targeting next year against certain people. I hope as a corporation they take the high road. We'll support them with profits, whatever, but don't be petty. Don't target people, and lead by example. The profits will come if you do that. If you don't lead by example and you act this way, I just don't think how you're running a business the right way. So But we've all had a lot of dubs this year. Matt pulling like 100 big time wins in the first couple seasons is going to be one of my best memories. And of course, getting the logo. I know so many people behind the scenes vouch for so many of us that we don't see in here. So Tim, for you, I know you've done so much. I know so many people vouch for you, vouch for me, vouch for others. I just wish more people get recognized, because whether we get the logo or not, we're still doing the hustle of what we're doing. And I hope we get more wins in that way too.
Oh yeah, and so your gut feeling on 2K24. What's this looking like? What you've heard, what you've experienced 23. Are you in?
I think the biggest, and I know I've talked about this with many of you who are my friends. I think the biggest struggle I have for me in 24 isn't like the 24 and the content, because I think there are great things that will come with any new game. And I hope the dev team, the carryovers from this year, the new ones they hire, they'll have new ideas. I think my biggest struggle for myself and how I play 2K is this no money spent grind is wearing on me. When I pass 3,000 game hours this year, AFK or not, I have to figure out a new way for me to play the game. I think for me to shake things up, and I think that's why I'm still going through and trying to think through that myself, regardless of what the content is. If hollows aren't in the game next year, it might be hallelujah, because then I don't have to collect it anymore. But if it is, I still want to support anyone who's still doing it. But I think the collector level goal being such a downer at the end was kind of the final straw, where I'm like, just like I've learned not to be tempted by packs, and I don't rip packs, and I've learned how to come to that conclusion for myself, I need to come to conclusion for myself of how to not have to collect everything in the game. And I think that's the biggest internal struggle for myself, because I love collecting. I love completing everything. And I'm trying to mentally coach myself through, like, how do I want to change that? Because I feel like I can't play 2K the same way again after 3 years. I think I want to change. So I think what I'm looking for in the game is a way that they disrupt how to advance in the game and how to collect, where it's different. And that's kind of my stance at the moment.
So now you feel kind of obligated, though, right? If they bring back the hollows, there's a little bit of a still feel like I want to do it. Or
yeah, and I think we all reach different points in our lives and our careers where identity becomes something we are the most proud of, despite the tribulations and the successes of how we all got there. But I think identity is sometimes also what holds us back. And that's why you all may have seen I've been trying to change my content a little bit more, do more TikToks, do more about concepts and pack arts, and trying to diversify a little bit. And I think I can probably still engage in the community and content in that way moving forward, where, Hollow J isn't a one-trick pony with hollows, with MT making, with concepts, and really advocating for the voice for the community. That's what I still want to do. So I appreciate the question.
What about, like, more of the karaoke videos?
Well, we'll see. When you and T Smalls come out to the West Coast, Ramsey come out to the West Coast, Matt come out to the West Coast. You're all too far on the East Coast. Yeah. We need some speed trains to, like, bring us closer together. Some Star Trek teleporters or something where we can just hang out on a weekend on a whim without having to travel too far.
Oh yeah,
but maybe then we'll do some group karaoke videos together.
Like Rich said, man, if we all lived closer together, we would the barbecues would be lit, right?
Yes, they would be.
That's what that'd be. Yeah, my wife would be dragging me home because I'd be getting into trouble, getting loud, causing fights between Xbox and PlayStation. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So you got then Gooseflesh. That's a good shout out. How about two more? Cross-play co-op style shout outs. Maybe somebody that plays Xbox that you'd like to play. You'd like to run with.
Well, I would want to stack Ramsey and Rye Guy, so I would actually finally get some RNG in this game, because for so much in this game I've just admitted that RNG doesn't exist on my account. So if I stack both the PlayStation and Xbox RNG gods, the multiplier should finally help me out a little bit.
Yeah. I like that. Can't go wrong with that. Jay, I appreciate your time. Appreciate you being here. 100%. We do have a new speaker, which is nice. Northy, can I call you Northy?
Yeah, going Northy. What's up?
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. What I like to start off with is wins. We're talking wins a little bit. It could be IRL, it could be in 2K. If you can give me a recent win for you.
A recent win?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't touched my team in as soon as it started, it just got so bad. I'm not playing that shit anymore. But right now, working my job, just closed an $800K deal, got 2% commission on that. So now 16K.
Yeah, that's a little bit better than
Right.
ripping endgame Giannis, I suppose.
Yeah, those endgame cards all have the same animations. I don't want them shits.
Yeah,
I ain't spend no more money on 2K unless they improve my team at least in the slightest. Like right now, it's just a bunch of cheese cards. Like honestly, if they, I only like my team because of 2K17, and right now it's not even worth my time anymore. Even 2K20 was fun, but.
So do you play it each year to give it a try and then get burnt out with it?
I give it like a nice little shot. Might give it like a nice little 2 months on no money spent team. If I really get it like invested, I might spend some money. Like 2K20, I really got invested. I like that year, so I spent a lot of fucking money.
This is gonna go right on YouTube.
I've lost a lot of interest in the game. I know a lot of the community feels the same as well.
And that's the thing. Well, and it seems like if you're a lot of people look for things a reason to quit the game early and then come back and then quit again and then come back and then quit again, and it seems like at least you're giving it each year a solid try before you say nope, not yet, not for me.
I mean, they just re-releasing the same cards every year, and I really wish it just had a little more diversity to it.
Oh, yeah.
But that's just changing the game.
What other games you play?
I've kind of stopped with everything else. I used to be really big into things, but right now it's mainly just 2K if I'm just bored.
Yeah. Because that's what a lot of us use it for as our release outside of work. A lot of us are professionals or whatever, and so we use the game as a time to unwind, as a hobby, for more than a hobby for some of us. But if our hobby is getting to be more frustration than what it's worth, I can totally see where you skip to something else.
Like 7 foot Jokic at point guard, 99 stats, bro. I'm so good on that. I'm so good on that.
So you probably didn't get Embiid then, level 40?
I saw that and I was like, nah.
Yeah. Outside of 2K, are you a basketball fan?
Yeah, I'm into it.
What's your favorite team?
Raptors, obviously.
Raptors, all right. Why the Raptors?
Born and raised Toronto, moved around when I was like 7.
Okay.
To Jersey, but always got that Canada. Yeah, always got that Canada on my heart, man.
Oh yeah, and a lot of times your first favorite team is your always favorite team.
Yeah, I mean, that's also why I don't like Embiid at all. Honestly, I would play with him. He's probably OPS card. I really haven't checked up on it, but like.
Yeah. Well, just watch the F-bombs, would you? Thank you.
Oh, my bad.
No problem. I just wanted to put this on YouTube, and it's not for family friendly, but I guess they say if they drop F-bombs, you don't get paid. So I'm like, what?
I gained enjoyment by watching that man cry off the court. But I mean, best luck to him.
Who's your favorite current player?
Current player? Oh man, the Raptors are kind of they're not too good right now, but we got Grady, we got Grady boy. With the top-selling frat jersey of all time. Oh,
yep. And that's a big TikTok star, too. That dude had some viral dances. That's a whole nother story. But another reason to
Yeah,
cheer
but,
for him, right?
He just a white boy with a good motor.
There, good motor. So, do you have a best and worst thing of 2K23?
To be honest, 2K23 in general is not too bad of a game. It's in my team in general. It's just the cheese lineups that I've run into.
Yeah.
Like when I was like getting back into things, like I was getting absolutely demolished. Like,
It happens.
Like not even on like some trash. Like I was just getting eaten up by Jokic, Giannis, Yao Ming lineups. I was getting killed.
What was your main game mode?
I played My Park, and My Park was honestly solid this year.
Okay.
For me, at
That's
least, it was a solid time just to release some stress or whatever. But like,
Did you ever get into co-op
it's not
on
too
My
bad.
Team? Co-op?
Co-op on My Team, I've seen it, but like I never really got too into it.
See, that's where you're missing. That's what going to bring you back in. That's why I have a feeling. That's why you're going to love 2K24, I think. Maybe.
Oh yeah, the cross-platform. Like I can't wait to see how that works out. Especially with I don't know if they're gonna transfer like the My Team markets and how that's gonna work, but that's definitely gonna be interesting to see how that works out.
Oh yeah, at least they're pushing the envelope forward. Trying something new. It may be amazing. It may fail, but at least it's something that can get us excited.
Finally.
Yeah.
Like, Mike Wang retires as soon as the game releases. Like that man ruined dribbling, and now his game is going down pooper. But
I don't know about all that. I don't know enough about the internal parts of it. But instead of shade, how about throwing shout outs? If you had to shout out two people, and it could be in the park, could be your park teammates, could be people you want to play with in My Team. It could be content creators that you watch and enjoy. This is just you, Northy, your profile pic. This will be saved to YouTube. You shouting a couple people out.
Hey, well, I just joined 2Wavy, so obviously I'm going to shout them out. And my boy, Pretty Boy Rye, pretty solid. Y'all should watch him. Obviously, check him out. Used to be pretty big, but let's see how he does in 2K24.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being here tonight and speaking with me
No problem,
and all my homies here. Y'all are my homies. You're my homie too now.
Hey, man, that's what's up, man. I appreciate it.
So let's keep pushing forward. Keep staying positive. We're gonna high step into 2K24, and we're gonna get you out of park and get you into co-op, and we're gonna keep on moving.
Hopefully, man. My no money spent squad better be dominating.
All right.
I gotta get them budgets.
Best of luck to you.
Best of luck, man.
Jimmy cracked corn. Actually, Evan, I need to get you in here first because I don't know what kind of time restraints you are on. You were in here earlier, and then you were. I guess I should put him in the speaker list, right? That's the correct move. Now I can say, hey, what's up, Evan?
What's up, Tim? I knew you were going to get me.
Of course. You accepted me to speak in your space. That's the least I could do is accept you to speak in mine.
I know. That's what friends are for.
That's right. Absolutely. And great space, by the way. Again, you know more about college football than I do. So if I'm going to join a space with you, I got to do some homework.
That means a lot. Thank you.
How about a recent win? Recent win for you.
Well, let me think. Can I pause for a minute and think about it, please?
Absolutely. How about your favorite team?
Ooh.
Best,
My favorite team.
yeah. Like maybe basketball. How about pro basketball team? If you have a favorite pro basketball team.
Like NBA related?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I still love my Thunder.
You and Isaac both love the Thunder.
Yep, but my second favorite is probably Dallas because of Luka.
Oh yeah, Luka's the man. Who's your favorite player?
On the Thunder?
On the Thunder, yep.
Ooh, I know Isaac and I love Josh Giddey and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, but I love the new guy, Keontae Johnson.
Okay. They're building something there in OKC, aren't they?
Yeah.
What about 2K23? I know you didn't play it, but you've been hanging out with us for a while now.
Oh,
So-
yes, I've been on the to check on other people that have been playing.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you had to pick out the best thing of the year, what would you think that would be? And there might be a lot of best things, so just the first best thing that comes to your mind.
I think maybe I would love to see if anybody can have a good sense of timing whenever they want to play with good sensibility.
Oh yeah, like co-op. You have to be able to organize a co-op game. That's probably the
Right.
best. Yeah.
Good team, you need to trust who you believe in.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to be, if you're going to pass them the ball for the last shot, you got to trust them to make the last shot.
Yeah, that's what teamwork's all about.
That's right. And being on the court to catch the last shot.
Yep. I need it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What about 24? Are you thinking about getting 2K24 at all or no? Or yeah.
I don't have it yet, but I'm looking forward to it because I saw the cover of it. It's so awesome.
Kobe, right? Kobe?
Late Black Mamba.
Oh yeah. Yep, and it should have been, right? 2K24, Mamba 24. It was just for Kobe.
Him every day. He was a good guy.
Who was your favorite basketball player of all time if you had to pick one?
Ooh, I think Michael Jordan was the best because when he was playing with Chicago, he always made me smile whenever I watched him do those step back jumpers.
Oh, dude, he was the man. Yeah, he was the one that he was so good that, man, it would frustrate you whenever he plays against your team.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Evan, thanks a bunch for hopping in. And again, great space the other day. Look forward to more of those.
Of course, Matt Mojo's giving out the love too. That's very sweet of him.
Oh yeah. You're one of us now, Evan. Come on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Superstar.
Oh yeah, and great interview. I saw that clip on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole Marty McFly situation. But you're killing the costume game.
Yeah, we're having a party this weekend. My buddy Isaac's going.
Okay. Well, I expect to see some tweets at least.
I hope so. Of course, he's going as Obi-Wan Luke Skywalker.
Oh, okay, Luke Skywalker. And who are you going as?
Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story.
Oh, okay. Is there a theme for this party?
Yeah. Oh, X, which is space stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. I like that. Well, it sounds like you nailed the costumes then. Can't get more spacey than that. Yeah. How about 2 shout-outs, Evan?
Okay.
2 shout-outs.
I'm gonna give one to Matt Mojo for being a good speaker and listening. And I know he's kind of quiet right now, but I know he's listening.
Yep. He's politely waiting for his turn to speak. Look at that, Evan. See?
Oh, there he goes with the hearty. And of course, last but not least, is Jimmy Cracked Corn because I always have good connection with him.
Yeah. Jeez. Those are 2 awesome shout-outs, Evan. 2 awesome shout-outs. You nailed the shout-out game. Each time I asked you to give shout-outs, you give great shout-outs.
Yeah. And I did talk to my buddy there. He's doing great.
Okay. Awesome. And his health is good?
Yeah, he's still recovering, but he's getting better.
Okay, good. Yeah, you mentioned he had a cold, so yeah, that's the thing. Get your vitamins and your fluids. Training the prayers and the vitamins. That's what you do.
Yep. Well, thanks again. Appreciate it, and you're a good man.
No, you're better, Evan. And have a fun time at that costume party, and let us know how it goes.
You bet. Thank you, guys.
Jimmy Crack Corn, how you doing?
Good, Tim. Thanks for having me on to speak and for hosting the space again.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here because, like I always say, it'd be very awkward me just rambling on to nobody.
You always fire up, and there always ends up being about a classroom's worth, close to 30. So that's a testament to your consistency. And I also think your ability to pull a lot of different communities and segments of the community together. You were marveling last week at that you must have been on the most recommended list for Twitter because your followage increased by 10% in like 24-hour period.
Yeah.
So I think that's more a testament to your willingness to engage with so many different people, your willingness to do giveaways and be patient with people who get second place in the giveaway and end up being really upset and somehow feel like they were something was against them for it. That was a really kind of funny, but also I know probably challenging moment from your perspective as the facilitator.
Yeah, giveaways are a double-edged sword, aren't they? They sure turn everybody else but the winner off.
Yeah.
But that's what keeps it fun. But enough about me. I don't know where. This is about you, Jimmy. How about a recent win for you?
I think it has to do with being in a stream that I frequent. The sometimes nightly Fortnite stream, and I swear Jeff Bezos and the crew are going to get my Twitch algorithm all messed up, thinking I should be recommended Fortnite streams over 2K streams. But I was there hanging out, and when you know it, all that jazz popped in and gifted me a sub to Jeff's stream. And it's sort of like, I know Jeff didn't know how to react, I didn't know how to react, and we were talking about that the time zone thing, and that must have been 1 or 2 a.m. His time when he had to do that. So just recognition from different people in the community, and from a person that I've looked up to and respected for over a year, for the content that he produces, and just the way that he also brings people from the community together. So, seeing all that jazz, recognize Jeff as a streamer, but also gift a sub to the community basically through me. So I thought that was a cool moment.
In a Fortnite stream. In a Fortnite stream.
Yeah, he's 90% Fortnite, 10% pack openings and quick selling. But
But we know, we know Jeff from 2K for sure.
It wasn't the most unfortunate pack opening that I saw in the last week and a half. That actually goes to Hamza was streaming, but it was Freebase, and Freebase drained his entire VC bank account and his entire MT bank account, and all he got to show for it were about 4 versions of those lovely calf muscles of Oscar Robertson and nothing else. And to hear the carnage and the share play, and also the laughs of a person in the community that really, I mean, if you've interacted with Freebase 30 milligrams, he can't hardly not laugh and see him as a person who has impeccable timing, has a great feel for how to relate and communicate with people, and just really another person in the community that I want to shout out a little bit before getting to that section, I guess.
Pre-shout outs. I like that. Getting things warmed up. Are you still playing 2K 23?
Definitely am. And, I've fallen hard back into the rabbit hole of the auction house. So this year I made a really concerted effort to grind the game, not the auction house. But then from, seeing your success and other people's success with building shoes, I was like, there might be something to these shoes. And I haven't had as much luck building and selling shoes. What I have had luck with is shoe colorways. So with the new packs that have come out, there's also been new but also older shoes that have been reintroduced into the auction house. And there's also a bot that exists. And this bot will post shoes typically around 9:30 p.m. Central Time, maybe a little bit later, starting bid 400, buyout 850. So I'll stay up a little bit later. I'll wake up a little bit early. Kind of the behavior that I was demonstrating toward the end of 2K22, and buy those shoe colorways. It's a little bit more of a speculative and a timing market versus the bot that I found last year that was basically posting the free Dark Matters that we get. So think about the Shaq event, except it was like DM Reggie Lewis or Galaxy Opal Derek Fisher in the season before, and there would be an automatic buyer set for 6,000 MT. So I would bid on all these cards that were listed, and so the shoe game, I look for the colorways that I know will sell, and I've been able to do that, and it's really hooked me back into that aspect of the game that I had kind of I hadn't sworn it off, but I swore to myself that I would invest more time in the gameplay and the playing the game as opposed to just sort of finding the glitch in the auction house. But when I found that glitch and I started getting Concord and Bread 11s and the Chicago 1s and the New Balance diamond shoe colorways is like evergreen market. It's like $4,750. Set it and forget it. And if you can get one at that $850 or lower buyout, it's like, I mean, you're just flipping profit. So I made, enough to where I'm at the end of the game buying essentially any card that I want to try out and use. Now I'm also in the trap of
What about Embiid? What about Embiid? For speaking of cards that you want to use, did you get him?
Yeah, I got him. I got him probably within like the first maybe week and a half. He's a good card. I've transitioned my lineup to be a little bit more like all end games, and not necessarily like the best end games, but end games that I want to use, like Kobe, MJ, David Robinson, but also some of the better ones too, like Luka, Paul George, Giannis, Bol. So it's been fun to kind of use that, and I took some advice from one of my favorite content creators, Ty Devo. Even though he switched back, I switched my time into very late, and I found a little bit more success with that. So I really have enjoyed that. I think one thing that I liked about 23 and one thing that was challenging, I liked in 23 just getting to know more people in the community and being more active in the community. I wish I would have played co-op a little bit more, but I also know I stress myself out a little bit too much when I play online. So interacting with people on Twitter, interacting with people in spaces like this have been really helpful for me to see different people's perspective, to see the balance that exists in the community of people who, kind of like what Hollow J was saying, play the game their own way and engage with it in different ways. And so I think not having to feel like you have to get this and design this meta lineup, or if there's a pack glitch that happens over the weekend and into Monday morning, that if you're not taking part in that you're missing out on something. You can just let those cheesers have their cheese and not stress out about it. Kind of like pretend it doesn't exist, like those locker codes that happen in the 250K streams. One thing that was a little bit challenging for me about 23, and I again echo what Hollow J said, just really the I would call it unfair treatment and lack of forward-thinking customer service on the part of the company of Take-Two or 2K. When we had the mass ban wave for the people that participated in the 250, and then those bans not being timely. Like I've appreciated it more as it's happened more recently, that there's been timely bans. So when a person buys MT, later that week they're banned, but you have people buying MT in October, November, not getting banned until February, and there was just there was an imbalance in my mind with that, and it came down to the lack of like. And I'm not saying they didn't do anything wrong, and I'm not saying on some level they should have been held accountable, but the timing as well as the type of communication that 2K chose to engage with, and with the PSA. You know, when they did those 3 letters that start off a tweet, it never meant anything good. And then even recently, like with Federal grinding the game on a 48-hour stream, playing My Career, and then 24 hours later getting banned. And I understand that a lot of this is by algorithms that they have that are set into the game that trigger certain unusual activity. And he got a pretty good response, from what I understand, from 2K support.
Yep, I think. Let me jump in there, Jimmy.
Yeah.
What's your favorite basketball team?
It would have to be the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I went to school for 4 years in Columbus, Ohio, at Ohio State. During that time, one of my good friends invited me as a birthday present. They got 4 tickets to a Cavs game. They invited me and some other people up there. Had a chance, and it was in LeBron's rookie year, actually. And we went to see the other team. You know, you ever live in a town where the team that you kind of like is nearest, like, isn't good, and so you go when they're playing the other team.
Oh, yeah.
And that other team happened to be the reigning 3-time champion Los Angeles Lakers, with Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and the guy who I went to see, Phil Jackson. Shaq wasn't playing that game. He was hurt. But I remember at the end of the game going down to court level, because we were up in the nosebleeds, and just standing there and wanting to stand there on the court level or near that, and just see how big Shaq was. And he was across the court, but he was a guy that I looked up to from when he was at LSU making the movie Blue Chips. Yeah. And that I just wanted to sort of like be vaguely in his presence. And Shaq's a guy that, like, I mean, MJ is probably my favorite player ever, but I think when I think about his body of work as he's transitioned into being, his career in sports entertainment, Shaquille O'Neal has been really a high-level content creator, from how he played basketball into how now he creates content for 3 decades. So I think that's something that's not talked about a lot, because there's other people that are doing different types of things, and LeBron's here.
Yeah, imagine that you're a Cavs fan because of Shaq.
Yeah.
You're the one.
Yeah, but it's also, it wasn't because Shaq was playing there. It was because, it was the first NBA game I ever went to.
The whole circle of it, yeah, the whole.
And my friend invited me, and it was like, what, and then, I mean, I'm a Browns fan and I'm a Cavs fan, because those are the first two professional sporting events that, I mean, I've been tons of baseball games before, because that's like what we did as a family on road trips. But that was the first professional basketball game and the first professional football game I ever went to, like when I was in college then. And my favorite player right now is probably Luka Doncic. I really like his style of play. I saw that viral video of him like doing the cones. I hope his defense improves.
What about 24? What are your thoughts on 24? You getting 24?
Yeah, pre-ordered yesterday, man. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not afraid to have my name dragged as you're going to do that for 5 games with Wemby. I know enough and remember enough to realize that free agents, when you use them in co-op, don't count against it. So he's like an unlimited free agent card, essentially, in co-op. So I'm going to test run that. I know it was valid earlier in the year. So yeah, hit me up, man.
Yep, co-op sweat. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about a couple of shout outs? How about a couple of co-op shout outs? And you nailed it again, Jimmy. I couldn't even ask you questions because you covered them all again.
Yeah. Thanks. And you didn't even post them all. I was just following the space and making sure I was ready to talk. So thanks for keeping me on track.
I was trying to follow along with you. That's it. Yeah. You nailed it.
I think the co-op shout-outs, I'm on Xbox, so if we're doing it in the vein of who would you like to play with on the opposite system, and I'll just want to follow up on a point that DFS made. He faces more difficult opponents on PS, I believe, because he only plays next-gen on PS, whereas he plays current-gen on Xbox, and from what I understand in my own personal experience, the competition doesn't necessarily relate as much to the system, but the gen. I play a lot harder opponents on next gen, I feel, than I do on current gen, and I'm guessing that parallels the same on PS. But the two people that it would be, it would probably be Jeff Bezos. I think that his approach to the game, his desire to have fun with it as opposed to win it all the time, matches with my personality. And then it would be Big Sherrod. Earlier in the year, I was in Sherrod's stream, and he was playing co-op with one of his friends in the stream, and I was interacting with them, and he was like, "Hey, if you had PS, we'd play co-op," and I was like, and that was cool because that was the first time that kind of somebody had reached out and like given me that, "Hey, let's do this," and you'd be the third if you were available. So I think Big Sherrod, like, I'd like to see him stream a little bit more. I'd like to see him streaming more recently. He took a break for a couple months, I want to say, but he's back, and so he'd be a person that I'd like to team up with, him and Jeff Bezos.
That's awesome. Great shout outs. And how about you? Shout you out.
Yeah, I think just being able to host some spaces, create some content through those, and also participate in spaces like this. I think participation is kind of the foundation of then being able to assert yourself and figure out how you can support different voices in the community. And so I also appreciate that, like, what I do professionally and what I do kind of personally through my involvement in like civic engagement in the local library board as a facilitator also helps me in like the virtual Twitter spaces to be an effective facilitator.
And you nailed it. Floor general. That's what you are, Jimmy. Jimmy Crackhorn, Hoff space creator and floor general. All right, make everybody better.
Thanks, Tim.
Another guy that I've been better being able to watch and interact with is Matt Mojo.
What's good, man? How's everybody doing up in here? What's going on?
Good. I'm good. I think I can speak for most of the people I've spoken to that they're good. It feels like it's been a good day. It feels like positive things are in the air about 2K24 with crossplay and everything. How about a recent win for you, Matt?
Before I say my recent win, let me give a big thank you to Evan. You know, with the hustle and bustle and the toxicity of 2K23 and everything that has happened, you know, it's good and it's refreshing to hear good voices like a guy like Evan, you know, to say things and speak up like that, you know, so highly about people, not just about the game, about the community. So Dub community, I think we should just, you know, I know he's not in here right now, but Dub's literally in the chat, you know what I'm saying, for that kid, man, because people like that really bring a community together. You know, that's like glue.
What do you, real quick on that, Isaac? Can you agree that Evan's a dub?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the bestest friend I can have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, pretty good shout out from Matt Mojo, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that Isaac would get a kick out of that. We'll turn the time back over to Matt. I just wanted to get Isaac in here for a second.
No, that's perfectly fine. Isaac is such a dumb. Me and Isaac was talking beforehand. We talk MLB the show because that's our game, and he's such a super grinder. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind dividing my time with Isaac because he's such a amazing dub too. And whenever I hear guys like him and Isaac, you know what I'm saying, there's others in the community that have such a great and wonderful voice, man. I love to hear that, and it just humbles me to hear that, you know, things like that. Isaac, you were a dub too, man.
Hey, thanks, Mojo.
Isaac, who gives who tips? Do you give Matt baseball tips, or does he give you tips?
I think we both give each other tips because he's been giving me some good tips to try and work with, and I try and help him out.
Okay.
Right now, Team Affinity, I'm only on the West, I'm at 95% of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
That's right.
So what about that? My favorite thing about MLB was the conquest maps because of the packs in them. You get
maps. Those are one of the best ways to grind.
Mm-hmm. That's what 2K needs, a conquest map. So that sounds like some wins at your affinity, Isaac. What about Matt's recent win? What do you got going on?
Man, real quick, one of the biggest wins that happened to me, because I took some, I ain't gonna lie to you, I took some L's over the week. I was just in a car crash this week, and also had a few things personal that happened to me. But a big win that happened to me, my son, who is autistic, he's a very, very good kid. He has just been approved for certain things, man, and one of the things he got approved for was braces. So he's going to be getting braces real soon, and I think that right there is just amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, it feels amazing not to spend the 8K, the 10K for braces, but no, it feels good getting a little, hand up.
Finally catching a break. Finally catching a break. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, talk about a confidence booster.
Real.
Yeah, yep.
That's real. So,
yep.
So my son, he's an intelligent guy. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, he has more IQ than all of us combined. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's in the process of making his own little game right now. He's really.
That's awesome. Now he's gonna have some nice pearly white straight teeth, and it's gonna be great. Yeah, confidence boosting. That's what braces are. Braces are confidence boosters.
Y'all see me on the camera? Come on now, y'all look, I ain't rolling dice. I ain't look like my teeth are rolling dice or anything and janky. No, nothing like that. I got pretty teeth. It's just he's gonna have better teeth.
There you go. No, that's a huge win. That's a huge win. So are you still playing any 2K23?
Oh, you asking me? Yes, of course, man. I'm always playing this janky game. Let me tell you something. I heard you talk about adrenaline boost. You probably don't know adrenaline bars, what it entails. But let me tell you something. Adrenaline bars, a lot of people, especially the park side, they feel like it handcuffs and restricts our players. And for me, it restricts. I want to be able to dribble, man. I talked to a great stage park player. Me and him talked about it, man. I said, listen, man, I wish they'd take it off because every time, man, you do a dribble move or two, man, it seems like my basketball player has an asthma attack, man. They need to stop that. Okay, me personally, I can't have it no more, man. These bars, man, they do need to go. I wish we could go ahead and dribble and move. Whoever created that and that thought process, I know we, you know, you don't want me to talk about the devs, but I will. I'm not going to go there, but I will say this: they need to stop it. They need to go ahead and remove those right then and there. Those are dribbling bars that get on my nerves. But anyways, concerning 2K23, yes, I still play the game of Force, man. I just streamed it today.
There you go. There you go. What about Joel Embiid? Did you get Embiid yet?
I did. I got him a couple of days ago, man.
All right. Does he play? Probably not. We all got such good squads if we've been playing all year, right?
So here's the thing, like even though I have a good squad, he's still serviceable. I mean, he has Stevie Francis size up. He has, of course, Bay upper, which is whack. But I mean, for him, it actually feels it's not bad compared to other players. It's not too bad. You dribble off the dribble, it's really tough. You feel what I'm saying? But otherwise, I mean, he's a good card for level 40. I mean, he's still serviceable. I'm not gonna knock that. I think if I can give anything positive about Joel Embiid, he's a big guy, but he plays like a guard.
All right. So on outside of 2K, what's your favorite basketball team?
Motown, man. The best team there is, Detroit.
Why? Why is that your favorite team?
There's a man years ago in Detroit that gave tickets to my mom by the name of Jimmy Zerilli, okay? And Jimmy Zerilli, he was a part of a powerful family, all right? Let me tell you something. He gave my mama tickets to the Piston game. My mama is a white, red-headed Irish lady, okay, from Corktown, Detroit, Motown, all right? And gave my mama and my family tickets, okay? Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? My family back in the day, and they went to the Pistons. They've been Pistons fans since. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking on the phone right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm sorry, my lady. That's all.
Oh, no problem. Hey, life happens. Life happens around this. No problem at all. But that is an awesome origin fandom story. You know? Mm-hmm. You don't... Yeah, that's cool. See, I'm glad I asked that question. All right. Who's your favorite current player?
Who's my favorite current player?
Yeah.
Man. I mean, Luke is good. Giannis is good. Of course, I love Cade. I think right now I'm looking at the younger guys like Wemby, Scoot Henderson. Imani Bates is fun to watch right now. You know, seeing him in the summer league, he's really, really impressive. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of good players out right now. But current wise, I really can't put my finger on it. I think a lot of players are fun to watch. Man, the NBA is really fun. You know, to watch now. You know, more than ever it seems, especially with Wemby coming. So.
As a Spurs fan, I'm all in for Wemby. Absolutely. And so this, again, Mojo, you might have had a very unique experience. So this might be a loaded question. And I know the podcast was awesome. I have to throw that out there. I love that podcast.
Thank you.
And so you don't have to get as deep into it as maybe you did on there. But if you, just a couple of thoughts about your best thing of 2K23 and possibly your not best thing of 2K23.
Y'all heard what I said, man, on the pod, man. Listen, I don't have to answer it here. But, okay, let me start with the lows. First and foremost, 2K23 started as a sham. We come in here and we see this thing called the trophy case, though, not even knowing what it means. We have to go run to other content creators to understand what it means. What a debacle in itself, you know what I'm saying? What the hell even is a franchise moment? I've said that 100 times. I'm going to say it 101. What is it even? You know, to this day, we don't know. Then you proceed later, season 3, we get this trash, terrible card of Trae Young with the 95 pass accuracy. And don't get me started on the SIGs and the way he moves. He's supposed to be Trae Young and move. And Parky moves. You don't move on my team. And then on top of that, then you go on with the bans and the way 2K approached that. It was very, very awful. No matter how you shape it, put it, whatnot, the way they came about it was petty, elementary, and immature. It was very, very wrong how they did. A lot of us in the community, you know what I'm saying, the way they approach it now. I understand why they did it. And, under TOS, they're within their rights. But the way they went about it was so poor. And to this day, it still leaves a bad taste in our mouths. Another low, of course, is which is very dear to me, and the reason why I spoke up about it with the strikes and everything is because of the pack odds. For many years, and I mean many years, we have seen less than 2% dark matter odds and even worse odds when the pink diamonds and opals on the rise. And I know me personally, I said I'm not going to take this no more. And I feel like in the community and within all of us, we should not have to settle for poor odds. You know, it's a shame that you pay the premium for VC, in which VC still is at a all time high. I mean, it's still at a bad rate, $100 for 450.
Was there any sales on VC this year you can remember? It seems like I can only remember one.
I can only remember one. That's a great question, Tim. And matter of fact, maybe somebody here in the chat can remember maybe one, maybe two, but I only can remember one. You know, and which makes me think, wow. I mean, where was that even at? You know, here on MLB The Show, Tim Smoes. Let me tell you something. They got a stub sale right now where you can get 150,000 stubs for $50. Okay, that right there is a steal. Even though you don't even need to purchase stubs because you can grind stubs in game and you don't have to worry about purchasing them. You can literally grind stubs in game. Unlike in this game, not to be negative, there's no MT making methods. No, there is no way to really make. They don't want you to have MT. They want you to buy all the VC, you know, and so on and so forth. And that right there is just a sad ploy. For you to sweat your butt off for the minutes and unlimited to only get 500 MT or 1200 MT is fair. Like Ramsey says, it's egregious. You know what I'm saying? It's egregious, but that's a great question. Now you're gonna make me research, man. I don't even know if we did have any. Dang, now you got me wondering.
And it just seemed like it seemed like there's once in a while there's a couple, but yeah, I don't remember. Well, how about the best thing? If you had to say the best thing of the year, how about that?
Yeah, but to answer your question, the lows, there's a lot of lows. My high, real quick, to give you a high of NBA 2K23 is the community. I mean, look at the community now. Look at what you're building, Tim. Look at this, man. This is amazing, man. The community is the dub. This is the dub. Co-op has been a dub. I heard Ramsey speak on that. But man, look at what's happening right now, and what you are doing right now with this open space, man. It's amazing, Tim. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, I appreciate that, and yeah, the community is it's crazy. It's been nuts, and yeah, a lot of different ways to interact with the community if you just make the effort. It's and so many people, they've been so responsive. You know, it's so yeah, I agree that the community would be my favorite part of 2K23. Sure. So gut reaction 2K24. You in?
I mean, of course. I mean, who's not going to buy it? It's Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I think it is a real dub that they're trying to roll out. You know, it seems like newer things, I guess. You know, with the double XP coin. I'm very excited for that to see what that's going to be like. I'm not going to come into 2K24 negative. I'm going to stay optimistic and be positive, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? At the end of the day, no matter how you feel about the game itself, whether you feel like it's going to be an L, if you feel like it's going to be a dub, you make it what you want to make it, okay? Yep. No matter what other people say, everybody in here, I want you to know you make it for what you want to make it, okay? So if it's going to be a sad game, guess what? You just made it a sad game. If it's going to be a great game, you're going to make it great. No matter what, no matter if the game is cheeks or whatnot, it's really what you make it, you know what I'm saying? Even with 23, even though how bad it really was to a lot of people, including myself, you make it to what you make it. In 24, I'm going to have a lot of optimism and hope because you know what? At the end of the day, again, it's what you make it.
Exactly. Shout out to you, Matt, for saying that. And now, if you could do me the favor of two shout outs that people that maybe you want to play co-op with, maybe other streamers, maybe just two shout outs. Up to you. Your call.
Sure. There's a guy by the name of and he's not really on the MyTeam side as much. His name is Steezo the God, one of the best dribblers I've seen in a very, 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 very long time, man. I mean, he's up there. I would love to play co-op with that guy. Shout out to him. He's on Twitter. His name is Isolation. You've probably seen his videos.
Yeah, I've seen some of them clips where, yeah. It feels like I accidentally do a lot of those moves, and it's terrible. But he's in control of it. Yeah, I feel like I'm on ice skates a lot of times. Oh no! All right, perfect first shout out. All right.
But I'll just shout him out. But I will cut it short because I know you're time restricted. I want to say this though because I know you have a limited amount of time. Happy birthday to Rye Guy, man. I'm gonna leave it to whoever's next. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to say if I could shout out to somebody else, happy birthday to Rye Guy, man. I will say this, and I'm gonna leave. 2K24. One thing that I'm beginning to realize, not as a content creator, but as a general person, is the more that you pour into things, into people, and to ideas and thoughts and whatnot, the more you get out of it. And one thing I want to do going into 2K24 is be more selfless, and not selfish, and actually, and pour in to community. You know what I'm saying? Pour into those, and maybe, just maybe, I can make an impersonation, and maybe, just maybe, I can create something, and maybe, just maybe, I can create change in the community. You know what I'm saying? And do something besides my own agendas and my own thoughts and my own reasons, whatnot. It's a really good thing to be open minded. You know what I'm saying? Because we really have some brilliant minds out here, and that's one thing for me, and I'm gonna shut up after this. That's one thing I'm learning, man, is to take it all in stride, no matter what, up and downs, highs and lows, pros and cons, negative, positive. Take it all in stride. So appreciate everybody here. Dubs to everybody that's up in here. You guys are all goated, man. You guys, Tim, you rock too, dude.
Yeah, that was awesome, Matt. You nailed it. And that's I think we all could be a little more selfless, and me included, 100%. It's a people skill to be able to put other people's first. But Rye Guy, birthday boy, and Fed, I got a quick favor to ask you. I don't know what kind of time you're on. If you're still there, Fed. Would you mind closing the space? Not now, but here in a few minutes.
I don't mind.
All right. See, I figured you were going to say yes. That's why I put you on the spot. Appreciate that. So we got Rye Guy, we got Isaac, and then we're going to shut her down with Fed. Rye Guy, birthday boy, what are you doing tonight?
Well, I just went out to eat.
Okay.
And then we did a little bowling session.
All right. How'd the meal? What would you rate the meal?
Meal? A nice, probably 9.5 out of 10.
That's fantastic. All right, I like that. And bowling. Are you a bowling sweat? You any good?
I haven't bowled in a while, so I was a little rusty, but got a couple spares here and there, a couple strikes.
I like that. You lead the summary with excuses, and then you lower the expectations. I like that. Oh, what about 2K23? Are you still playing?
Yeah, still playing.
What about Embiid? You get Embiid?
I did get Embiid.
Okay. How's he move for you? You liking him?
I do like him, but it's like just because he's Embiid, don't really like him IRL. So.
Yeah, I'm getting the vibes that people don't like Embiid here and there.
I mean, we did show him why he wasn't the real MVP, but stuff like that.
As a Celtic fan, I suppose. I guess we spoiled your next question. What's your favorite basketball team?
The Celtics.
Why?
Because born and raised in Boston.
Okay, yeah, that's
Massachusetts.
That's as good a reason as any, because they're your local team. Yeah, that's how fandom is made. What about your favorite player?
Favorite player? Like current?
Current favorite player.
Okay. Current favorite player? Probably Tatum or Brown.
A lot of people see my oldest son is a Celtic fan, and his favorite player is Jaylen Brown. And this was 2 years ago already. And I'm like, well, doesn't everybody like Tatum? As a Celtic fan, isn't your favorite player supposed to be Tatum? I didn't know. So, yeah, that's good. At least you can pick between two solid picks.
Yeah.
And so, looking back with rose-colored glasses, what was your best thing and worst thing at 2K23?
Oh, okay. Worst thing was picking up Yao when he was a million MT. Because, I was really conservative of my MT throughout the whole year. And then Yao came out. He was a mil. I had a mil. Spent it all on him. Sold him for 500, and then just haven't been like really conservative with my MT anymore.
Haven't been right since, huh? One bad investment. Yeah, it's
You know, can't even afford Victor. You know, just that's all. I'm having non-buyer's regret right now.
Yeah.
I wish I spent the $50.
Oh yeah.
Really.
I saw you send a tweet about that. Especially, I figure, oh yeah, he's got some birthday cash he wants to blow on Wemby, and now can't do it. Too late. Yeah.
You know, I probably still wouldn't pay the 50, but you know, if they lowered it down to maybe like 30, 35, I'd buy it.
And it's good to offer to do something that they're never going to do anyway. You could tweet, hey, I'd spend $100 on Wemby now, 2K, and they're still not going to release him. Yeah.
And you know, Kerr was right on what he said about just post a picture of a card on 2KDB. A little caption.
Isn't that so?
My most viewed tweet out of nowhere. So.
Isn't that so funny?
Kerr was definitely right.
He was, but it's like that's what we've been doing all year. We've been tweeting stuff to get interactions, and then since now it has a name, you know, because some of my most successful tweets are the Yao stopper tweets. When we all know those cards aren't stopping Yao, but
exactly.
Yeah, but it gets the people talking.
It's just you got that one picture of that one player, and then it's some caption above it.
Yeah. There's a whole formula, especially with how they're going to start monetizing Twitter. Yeah, people are going to with all kinds of methods and stuff to get on the money train. Yeah, that's good. Did you have a? Oh no, 24. What about 24? Looking at it now, you in?
So, 24. I'm excited for 24, but I'm not like. You know how this game went. It's like I'm hoping they make it great. Like even if it's a little better than this game, I'd still be happy. You know, this game was actually like complete. Like they didn't know what they were doing with the stuff they were releasing. Mm-hmm. Like that trophy case could have. There's so many people in this community that like have taken the time, like broke down the
Project Elevate
and like.
Project Elevate saved the trophy case for me, and I taught other people with his map. Yeah, I printed his map and taught other people how to do the trophy case. Yeah.
So people broke down the trophy case, like pros and cons of it, and then how to make it better. And it's actually like understandable, like it actually like makes sense and stuff on like what they're saying.
Yep.
Because it could have been so much better. They just brought it in. They didn't think people were gonna get the Dark Matters by season 3. I know that for a fact. They didn't think they were gonna the Opals or Dark Matters. I don't know which one was came out in season 3, like what people got, but they didn't expect it to go by so fast.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why Larry Bird probably wasn't as good as he could have been. They just had to kind of like get him out.
Well, I remember this transition, but I think between season 1 and season 2 when they season 2 and season 3 when they redid the how to get the achievements, and I went from being so close to getting Bird to being got set back a few because I didn't have all the parts, and it was a whole situation.
And then they put the centerpieces in the token market for 750 tokens and never lowered them.
Yeah. But man, I could buy a whole bunch of them right now. I tell you what.
Yeah, but I would
swimming in tokens.
Like hope they or they could put like those packs for the pieces in them. Like you could get that legendary highlight moment or whatever.
If they learned everything they did wrong on the trophy case, would you be willing to do another trophy case?
I mean, in the long run, it wasn't horrible. Like the idea wasn't horrible. But the execute was bad.
Yep. Yeah, and I think they could have made instead of jerseys and pictures, they make players that you can use, and I know that's not a unique comment at all. A lot of people think that they could have
lock in diamond, amethyst players.
Exactly.
Diamond.
Exactly, and you never know. They still might do something like that. It's not over. Remember, it's not out yet, so it's not over. Right?
Yeah.
We can't totally kill it till they release it. All right, how about a couple of shout-outs? Shout out for you for hanging out with me on your birthday. All of us on your birthday.
Sure. I had to stop by.
Yeah, a couple of shout-outs from you now. How about that?
A couple of shout-outs, like the co-op shout-outs, like who I would want to play with, or just shout-outs?
How about just shout-outs? Yeah, I think I made too many qualifiers on them. So yeah, you just pick 2 people you like. How about that?
So, shout out someone I actually want. So, I'll do someone I want to play co-op with, and I'll just do a regular shout out.
Perfect.
I want to give a shout out to Ramsey. You know, I think if me and him go into co-op together, I think we'll get maybe a reward every other game. You know, the luck of both sides comes together.
Yeah.
It's just going to be crazy. We'll get all the rewards, everyone one of the... And then it makes it like, this is why co-op's good. It makes it easier to find teammates. No one will be asking what console you play on.
Yep.
Because you can only play, because co-op's only on next gen, so it'll be, if you have next gen, you can play co-op with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll make it way easier for co-op.
I'm excited for that part, for sure.
Another shout out will be my boy Hamza. You know, me and him playing through and through, playing co-op every season. If you see Hamza, I'm most likely there. So.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
And if you see me, Hamza's most likely there. So you know.
Yeah, the friends that we've made through this season, this community, this 2K cycle has been crazy. You know, and
I didn't know Hamza by the start of 2K23.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
I didn't know most of the people I'm close with now at the start of 2K23.
Yeah, and you think you're gonna end up being closer with some people that you don't. It's a whole crazy situation when you get into it. It is
definitely crazy.
Yeah, and it's a great community though. I'm glad you're part of it, Right Guy.
Yeah,
appreciate you, Tim. Another guy I'm happy as part of it is Isaac.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing? Doing good. Are you? Your buddy Evan told me that you had a cold a little bit. How you feeling?
It's getting lower every time.
Okay, that's good. You getting your rest? Getting plenty of fluids?
Yes.
Good. Yeah, because you got to get ready for when bowling season comes around, right?
Yeah.
How about a recent win for you, Isaac?
My recent win is actually getting my first in-game Magic Johnson on next gen.
Whoo! Endgame Magic Johnson. In the pack?
Pulled him out of the pack.
Holy cow. Does he play for you? How do you like him?
It was going really good.
All right. See, Endgame success story. Look at that. See, Endgame isn't all bad, right?
Yeah.
Did you get Embiid?
Yes, my 8th level 40.
All 8. 8 for 8.
Yep.
Well done, Isaac.
First time I've ever gone 8 for 8.
Oh, there you go. See, and that's a win for 2K23. Way to put in the work, and you set a goal and you get the goal done, Isaac. Well done.
Yeah.
And what about baseball? How's baseball going? Who's your top card in MLB?
My top card will be the home run derby Mookie Betts because he has over 18 home runs with over 50 RBI.
Sweat. You're a baseball sweat. Look at that. And I think that's how I met you, talking about baseball, talking about MLB in Smoke's streams last year. Yeah, Captain Rex. I remember that. We've been baseball buddies for a while now. Jeez. What about basketball? Who's your favorite basketball team?
The OKC Thunder.
All right. Why OKC?
Because my first game was actually when we had Westbrook and Durant, and it was on the New Year's Eve against the Phoenix Suns.
Okay. How'd that game go?
It was the first game I've ever went to, and they got the win.
There you go. Fan for life. I like that.
Yep.
Who's your favorite player right now?
My favorite player would be either Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or the upcoming Chet Holmgren.
Or Chet. Okay. Oh, look at that. Yeah. OKC's got a little nice little young core going there.
Yeah.
All right. So if you had to think, what was the best thing of 2K23? I know there was a lot of best things, but just think of one.
Definitely getting to level 40 so many times.
All eight times. There's not one season this year that you didn't get to level 40, Isaac.
Not one
Okay. See, and that's that's how you win the game.
Yeah.
If we're playing my team, they put level 40s out there. You get all 8 of them. That's a check mark.
Yep.
What are your thoughts about 2K24?
Oh, I'm looking forward to 2K24, especially with the whole cross-play. I heard that one's going to be something challenging.
Oh yeah, and it more opponents, more teammates. So the player base grows, and probably more skill out there.
Yeah, more skill, more fun.
That's right. So you're in. Are you getting 24 then?
I am gonna be getting 2K24.
Nice. Me too. So you made it here, Isaac. You made it to the shout out time. Can you do me a favor and shout 2 people out? Any 2 people you want, for whatever reason.
Best shout out is definitely Matt Mojo, because he's been doing a lot of the grinding.
Mm-hmm.
And my other shout out would be is Federal, because he's been doing a lot of streaming.
Absolutely. See, that's 2 quality shout outs, Isaac. You always nail the shout outs.
Thank you.
And I'm going to shout you and Evan out, for sure.
Yeah, my buddy Evan was just in here, or listening in.
Yeah, he's talking about some kind of party you guys are going to?
Yeah, we're going to a dance party for the Sparrow Group this Saturday night.
Okay, and there's some kind of a theme to it, I hear?
Yeah, it's space theme.
All right. And what's your costume?
My costume is actually the Episode 8 Luke Skywalker.
Okay. And what's Evan? Do you know what Evan's going as?
Buzz Lightyear.
Nice. Man, you guys are going to have a killer time.
Yeah, and we're actually going to OKC Sparks game on Monday night.
Really? You guys are getting out. Talk about enjoying the summer, Isaac. Man, you traveled around the country. And now you're going to see ball games, and you're going to costume parties.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you're killing it. 8 for 8 on the level 40s.
Yeah.
Talk about winning, Isaac. That's what you're doing right now. You're winning.
Yep.
And I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight, and every other time that you've hung out with us. And on that note, Isaac, have a great night, and Federal. He called you out as being a top streamer. I agree.
I appreciate that, Isaac, man.
How are you doing
Much
today?
appreciate the shout out.
Yep.
I'm doing great, Tom.
Good.
Hope you're doing good as well.
I'm doing excellent. When I sit back and realize that, hey, I get to spend a couple hours talking with my buddies about video games, it really cuts out a little bit of the stress. So I appreciate you guys being here. Give me a recent win for you.
A recent win? Hitting 800 followers on Twitch.
Okay.
On stream.
Okay. There you go. Putting in the work. Did you think it would happen this quick?
Not really, honestly.
Yeah. Because do you think the 24 hours? Do you think the longer streams? It seems like. It seems like you're killing those, and that's just on the outside looking in. I don't know what kind of mental toll it's taking on you behind the scenes, but how is that going? How are you liking those?
I've been liking them. I'm gonna do more when 2K24 comes out and whatnot.
All right. You got big play. Oh, I'm betting. Yeah, I don't even want you to spoil anything, but I'm betting you got plans for some long streams. So you're still playing 2K23 right now?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
What are you playing then?
As of late, I've been playing Call of Duty. Been playing that with like N-Man. I was playing with July, N-Man. Where I got today, we had some good rounds. Playing some guys in the chat as well, so just been good vibes.
Oh, see, and that's the community building right there. We're meet at the basketball court and end up on the battlefield. You know, that's how it is. Did you get Embiid?
Yes, sir.
All right. And as a season 8, level 40, what do you think about him? You like him?
I actually do like him. I feel like he's rather underrated for being a level 40 card, especially for endgame, because he moves like a guard and you can play him at the 5. And I feel like there's not that many centers in the game like him who can like dribble the ball and whatnot and be like a primary. So I've been enjoying him.
Okay, that's good. That's good. A good vouch for it then. I like that. And on a side note, what's your favorite basketball team?
The Minnesota Timberwolves.
Minnesota Timberwolves. Why the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Because I was born in the state of Minnesota, so I have to rep the team.
Yep, the gift and the curse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
We on the up and up though.
I've been hearing that. That's this is their year. As a Minnesota sports fan, as a Viking fan, this is always our year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Skull.
Definitely could be the year.
What's your favorite player on that team?
Anthony Edwards.
All right, yeah, he's that dude. Did you like him in Hustle?
I actually did not see that.
You haven't seen Hustle. And that's a very current. I figured if I'm going to drop a sports reference that you guys would appreciate, it would be Hustle. But hey, I think it was a bit overrated, if you ask me. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that then.
Yeah. See, if I would have said it was great, you wouldn't watch it. But if I say it's overrated, now you're looking for something to criticize. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely playing tricks on me.
That's right.
Now I gotta go watch it.
Yeah. And looking back, 2K23, what would you think one of the best things was for you? Because we're doing best and worst, so we got to go the yin and the yang.
The best thing was me daily streaming.
Oh, yeah.
And interacting with the community. I feel like once I started daily streaming, I started to interact and meet a lot more people in the community. So it's a little bit more of a selfish thing for me, but it's one of the big reasons why I've been so successful in my Twitch streams and whatnot for the past 6 months.
See, and I don't think it's too selfish. There's a reason we all decided to go live. The reason we decided to stream, because we want interaction with people. So, and you're getting that interaction. That's a goal achieved, not anything selfish or. Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's awesome. But on the other side, the bad things. What was the worst thing that happened?
The worst thing was definitely the bans. Most definitely. That put a bad pit in everyone's stomach, and like how a lot of other people echoed in the space today, just bad timing. So I definitely agree with those opinions.
You didn't think the warning tweet first was enough of a extending the olive branch? No? Okay.
No.
I thought it was kind of clever. I don't know. That's just me. So, thoughts on 2K24? Now that we've heard a little bit, are you in?
Oh, most definitely.
All right.
Most definitely. I'm very excited.
I agree.
Just need to see more information and whatnot about what's to come in the game, and I'm all in.
Yep, yeah, all in until they beat us down, or maybe this is the one that makes everybody happy. You never know, right?
Yeah.
I'm going the optimistic route, like I tend to do. But shout out to you, Federal.
I appreciate that, Joe.
How about 2 shout outs from you?
2 shout outs.
And it could be co-op teammates, it could be streamers you watch, it could be maybe they make content for a different game. Who knows? Maybe you got new COD teammates you want to shout out.
Shout out M-Man. He's been a very good supporter of mine as last couple months. Not only on stream but off stream. Just great dude.
Yep.
Been enjoying my time spending with him and talking with him and whatnot. My next shout out is Jeff Bezos. Love tuning into his Fortnite streams with the guys and whatnot. Doesn't matter who's playing. It's always good to watch them catch dubs each and every stream. So those are 2 people I'm shouting out today.
No, those are 2 fantastic shout outs. 2 fantastic shout outs. And Fed, you're going to be my shout out. I've watched you grow crazy amounts, and it's awesome. You're entertaining. I like being in your streams, and I like interacting with you. And one of these years, my dude, our Vikings are going to win.
Yeah.
And we're going to laugh at all those other people that made fun of my purple coat as a kid. Oh, yeah. We're going to get the last laugh. But
They'll get the last laugh.
but not tonight. I don't get the last laugh tonight. Last laugh tonight. You do. So if you do me a favor, like you agreed, I'm gonna mute my mic, and you can say whatever you want. Take some time to pat yourself on the back because you have been killing it. And then you decide whenever this thing is over, you go ahead and mute your mic and we'll shut her down. But again, Fed, everybody that spoke tonight, everybody, let's listen to everybody that listens to this on YouTube. After I clean up some editing, I need to figure out how to get these swear words out of there. But have a great night. Oh, please comment, like, and subscribe, right? That's what you got to say, right? Comment, like, and subscribe. Okay. Perfect.
I appreciate everyone coming to the space tonight. Number 34. Big things coming in 2K24. Can't wait to be more involved in these type of spaces and whatnot. And also shout out to the community as well. Last couple of days on the TL's been kind of negative, so it's always good to be in these type of spaces and interact in these type of environments and whatnot with positive people with, good opinions and whatnot. I always enjoy listening, and not only that, talking with y'all, whether it's in here or in a tweet or on TikTok or even in, Twitch chats. So shout out to y'all, man. Y'all big dubs. Love every one of y'all. Y'all have a good night.
He nailed it. Everybody nailed it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Y'all are the best. The community's the best. We got a better closing screen. How did it? Oh, it ended. That's what happened. Look at all these speakers. Appreciate y'all. Comment, like, subscribe.